What a matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the James Madison Dukes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Dukes will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to set up his... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
And the Monarchs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Jamison. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking...
Makes the grab down the left side. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He caught it. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to punch it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air on first down. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
They'll leave it with him. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Dukes have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about this defense? 2 great plays in a row, defending the pass, now stuffing the run ball.
Yeah, and it just looks like they're going to make the offense earn it, right? They know at this point, if you're going to score a touchdown, it's not going to come easy.
Touchdown, Dukes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something that defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Thomas back to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Monarchs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. first one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. On the run, fires downfield. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Winston. It's a seam wide open. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The Dukes are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on... Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. Great job by the back on the option.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Finds his tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Monarchs are in the hurry-up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Thomas looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. And the Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dukes! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Thomas back to pass. Makes the grab on the left.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. On target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play.
Oh, he found a space on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, James Madison. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Monarchs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Looking for an open area to his left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Winston. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Dukes have pushed it inside the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here we go. Running to the left. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Dukes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. Somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The give out of the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. Running into the open space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, James Madison. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Monarchs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that separated.
Oh, he's got some space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Monarchs have this offense rolling. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Send the tight end in motion. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to.
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Here we go.
Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Back open in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
It's complete to the left. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Sherman. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to sneak it.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
The Monarchs are threatening on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Keeps it on the draw. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a crease to the left. They stop him again, and not only that, they've made this 4th down that much harder.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Dukes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Converts on 4th down, still going. good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Dukes with the 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Dukes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires left. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. One more play to pad the stats. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will